Hello everyone, this is Manav from Civil Center. Welcome all of you back to our channel, another video on site engineering knowledge. So today we are going to discuss about a very important topic, and this topic is how to read the structural drawings of footings. So before that, as we always do, we will just look around the processes which involve the construction of the building up to the footing part. So we discussed that in all the videos. So in this video also, we're going to discuss about that. First of all, the planning is done, the architectural plan is made, the structural drawing is done, and after that, the marking of the footing is done. The marking we can do manually or using protestation, as you can see in this, picture. Marking is being done, and once the footings are marked, as in this case, then the excavation will start. And parallel to the excavation, the our rock binding was also on way. So the excavation, as you can see, it is done here, and after the excavation is done, the next thing which we do is cover will go for the sand filling, which we had discussed yesterday's video. What is the sand filling and what is the importance of the sand filling? So now after the sand filling is done, and then we do the PCC until with the PCC works is done, the reinforcement of the footing or the column can also be completed. Reinforcement, cutting and binding. So as you can see, this is the PCC, and above this PCC we'll place, this is the PCC after completion, and above this PCC layer we'll place the reinforcement of the footings and columns. And before that also, you can go for another round of protestation in which you mark the position of the columns also, and it can be marked in yellow. You can see this, these are the yellow spots. As you can see, these are the positions of the column. This can be marked before placing of the reinforcement of our footings. Here also you can see the position of the columns are marked. So like this, you can mark the columns properly. So once the position of the columns are marked, we had made a small layer of PCC, extra PCC at the side, just to denote the columns minus the cover. So minus 40 mm, whatever the size was, they had done this. So this practice is also very useful. And after the reinforcement were arranged, and the reinforcement, as you can see, this is a single layer of reinforcement, and it is arranged in two directions. You can say it is X and Y, but it is actually square, but you can say it is in two directions, X and Y. And when at the ends, as you can see, we have hooks. Here we have given hooks of 5-inch or 125 mm, and the remaining and the places where lapping is required, lapping is also given of 50D. In the place where it is not required, it is not given. So like this, you can see the reinforcement arrangement of this particular footing. Some footings may have double reinforcement, one at the top and the one at the bottom. In this footing, we only have at the bottom only. So after the footings, the footings are placed, footing reinforcement is placed with the help of cover blocks, as you can see here. So the cover blocks, and then we place our columns. And when you place our columns, we have this development length of columns. This also many students who are new and who are freshers, civil engineers, so they do also have doubt. So this, we have provided a length of 300 mm and 350 mm in some places for this development length of your columns and footing intersection. So after that, you can go for the shuttering and you can go for the casting. So in this video, we're going to discuss about our structural drawing of footing. If we are given the structural drawing of footing, how can you execute it? So before the drawing part, I have shown you the pictures of the site, and I had explained to you the work process of making a footing, because so that you can relate to the aspects. So let's go to the work process. So before marking particular footings at the site, we need the structural drawing. So if you go by the manual marking, we can do the manually. If you go by the surveyor just marks the four corners of the footing first, and after that the excavation starts. And when the excavation starts, then after the excavation is completed, then we go for the sand filling, we go for the PCC, and after that again the column marking is done, and then the reinforcement is laid for the columns as well as the footings. So this is the work process. First of all, you are to execute this work at the site, and first thing which you need is this foundation layout. So suppose you are using this foundation layout, you have done the marking manually or by using protestation. It is recommended that you can do with the help of protestation, because that avoids really any possible error. And after the foundation layout is done, next thing which will go for is the excavation. So the excavation you can do manually, or you can do with the help of excavators of the various companies. Some people call it JCB at the site. So here, what we'll do, we will just go for the excavation. So now the excavation length, as you can see here, this is the GL. It represents the ground level in here. And from the ground level, we have to excavate a length of 1.2 meter. It is around 4 feet. So 1.2 meter below, we have to go below the ground level. Excavation needs to be done. We can do give a little bit extra also, but we should not be less than that. And after that, we have 100 mm of sand filling, which we have just shown in the previous video. And after that, 75 mm or 3 inches of PCC. And after this PCC, the marking of the columns will be done. And after the marking of the column, the reinforcement for our footings and reinforcement for our columns will be placed. As we had seen in this picture is the reinforcement of the footings and reinforcement of the columns. Here we have done. Now, and this 300 mm length, as you can see, 300 mm length, development length is this one, is this particular length, which you are seeing here. So this is the case. And what else? And you can see this 150 mm length, as you can see here, it is this one, this hook length for our, for our footings. So what else we have? Okay, these are the things. And 100 mm PCC and sand filling we are already shown. And this is the depth of the footing. So this depth is the depth of the concrete. What should be the depth of the concrete for our footing? So this depth picture also, if I can, I'll show you after the footing has been casted, the total depth of the footing. So this is the casting process. So after we get to the casting, and then we'll get the total depth of the footing. So let's come back to our drawing part, and let's understand what is it required to know the footing depths, different footing sizes and depths and reinforcement. So we have, let's say we have some number of columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So first of all, we should know the number of columns, and you should always have a count in the reverse direction to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there are 15 number of columns and 15 number of footings. And if you check, check the types of the footings. We have 3 types of footings. So there is F1, F2 and F3 we have saw in the layout. So F1 size is 1115 to 1150, F2 size is 1215 to 1250, and F3 size is 1400 to 1400. And the depths are 300, 350 and 350 respectively, and the reinforcement in this direction. Both the direction are 8 mm bars at rate spacing of 100 mm center to center along both the direction, and for this it is different. It is used 10 mm at the rate 125 center to center. So what is this all about? Let's understand with the help of this of a particular drawing. So we'll see here, this is the particular plan of the F1. So F1 has a size of 1115 to 1150. So it is given here 1115 to 1150. The depth is your 300. So this particular depth, as you can see from the section, you see this depth is 300 for the footing. And the reinforcement along X and the reinforcement along Y, as you can see, reinforcement along X and reinforcement along Y, both are 10 mm bars at a spacing of 150 center to center, which we saw in our picture of the site. So as you can see, if you just assume that this is the spacing between these 2 bars is 150 mm center to center. So that's how you will get the structural drawing here for the footing. So like this, we have F2, F3 and 3 types of footings. We can do the marking, and after that we can place the reinforcement accordingly. So this is all about the structural drawing for the footings. If you want to learn about this topic in more detail, you can ask in the comment section. If you have any doubts, we'll try to clear all of your doubts. How did you find this video? Let us know in the comment section, and also like this video because it helps our team and encourages them to bring out more awesome content for all of you guys. Thanks again. Bye.